Why should we teach grammar? Why do we have to learn this? When am I ever going to need this in life? This is so boring, as in boring. Here are examples to illustrate each of the reasons why studying or learning grammar can be perceived as boring, based on the abbreviations for each letter of the word boring. B stands for Basics Overwhelm. Some individuals may find grammar boring because they feel overwhelmed by the basic rules and structures of language. Example, a student struggles to differentiate between various verb tenses, feeling inundated by the fundamental grammar concepts that form the basis of language structure. O stands for Overly Rules. The abundance of rules in grammar can make it tedious for some learners, leading to a perception of boredom. Example, a student becomes disinterested in grammar lessons due to the sheer number of rules to remember, feeling bogged down by the extensive list of grammar guidelines. R stands for Repetitive Exercises. The repetitive nature of grammar exercises, such as constant practice of similar concepts, can contribute to a sense of monotony and boredom. Example, students grow weary of daily grammar drills that involve repetitive exercises on identifying parts of speech, leading to a lack of enthusiasm for the subject. I stands for inflexible structure. The rigid and inflexible structure of grammar rules may make it challenging for some individuals to engage with the subject, leading to boredom. Example, a student finds it difficult to express themselves creatively in writing assignments due to the strict adherence to grammatical rules, feeling constrained by the inflexibility of grammar structures. N stands for not creative. Grammar learning, often focused on correctness and precision, may be perceived as lacking creativity, which can make it uninteresting for some learners. Example, a student loses interest in grammar lessons that emphasize rigid grammar rules over creative expression, feeling stifled by the emphasis on correctness rather than imaginative writing. G stands for grasping complexity. The complexity of grammar rules and exceptions can be daunting for learners, leading to a feeling of boredom due to the difficulty in understanding and applying these intricacies. Example, students struggle to grasp the nuances of punctuation rules, feeling overwhelmed by the complexity of grammar structures and exceptions, which hinders their engagement with the subject. If you've ever taught grammar, you may be familiar with complaints like these. It's not only students who often dislike grammar lessons, though. Some teachers question it, and some parents and administrators think it is an outdated practice. If you've encountered resistance in your English teaching experience, you may feel like teaching grammar is fighting an uphill battle.
So, grammar is the collective term for all of the laws that govern the way we use language. So, it entails us understanding the differences between past, present, and future tenses. It also recognizes the distinction between singular and plural nouns, recognizing the proper construction of sentences and more. So, knowing grammar is give us confidence and with our writing skills and also opportunity to make more complex sentences or more points of work. So understanding correct grammar is all the tasks that we should strive to complete to become successful lifelong learners. So without grammar we cannot understand the sentence that we construct.
Exploring the components of grammars, parts of speech. These include nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Sentence structures includes identifying and using subject-verb agreement, correct verb tense, and proper sentence structures. Punctuation. This includes understanding and using different types of punctuations such as commas, periods, question marks, exclamation points, colons and semicolons, and also an apostrophes. Capitalization includes understanding when and how to use capital letters for proper nouns, titles, and the beginning of sentences. Spelling. This includes knowledge of correct spelling and understanding spelling rules such as I before E except after C. Syntax. This includes sentence structures, a word order, and understanding how different parts of speech work together to form coherent sentences. Phonetics and phonology. This includes understanding the sounds of language, the rules of pronunciation, and the differences between phonemes. There are three main types of grammar, which is the prescriptive, descriptive, transformational, generative. Prescriptive grammar, this is a set of rules about language based on how people think language should be used. In a prescriptive grammar, there is right and wrong language. It can be compared with a descriptive grammar, which is a set of rules based on how language is actually used. For example, you should say between him and me, not between he and I, because between is a preposition, so you need objective case, which is prescriptive. A descriptive grammar is a study of language, its structure, and its rules as they are used in daily life by its speaker from all the walks of life, including standard and non-standard varieties. Example of descriptive grammar are the use of the word ain't for I am not, saying she goes instead of she says, and commenting that we're good instead of we are doing well. Transformational generative. It considers grammars to be a system of rules that generate exactly those combines of words that form grammatical sentences in a given language and involves the use of defined operation called transformations to produce new sentences from existing ones. Transformational grammar also has a concept called deep structure and surface structure, which posits the concepts can be expressed in various ways to prevent ambiguity. For example, the phrase "I know a teacher who bakes cake," that line is the surface form of the sentences "I know teacher" and "teacher bakes cakes."
So here we have 5 reasons why we should teach grammar. So number 1, it improves the accuracy of communication. So the accuracy of communication is essential to student success or teachers' success in teaching grammar. Teaching grammar is an excellent way to improve our communication skills. Grammar rules help us to communicate effectively without confusion or ambiguity. So this leads to better communication and increase the chance of conveying ideas effectively. So number 2, it allows us for greater clarity of thought. So by teaching grammar, we develop the ability to construct or to write creatively and dynamically to convey our ideas together. So which ultimately leads greater clarity of thought. So the greater the sentence is, the greater the grammar is, the greater clarity. And for the number 3, it develops creative thinking. So the challenges here is how to construct sentences with a good grammar, and also if you know a good grammar, it can develop your skills and set them up for success in the future. And so for number 4, It helps build self-confidence because us students understand how to communicate their thoughts, their feelings effectively. It can help to build our self-esteem and provide them with a sense of accomplishment. And so last, we have the number 5. It increases understanding of more advanced concepts. So an understanding grammar is essential to more advanced concepts in literacy and language. So by prioritizing the grammar instruction in the classroom or any places, us students or us teachers with a solid foundation of grammar, we can achieve for the tremendous academic success.
Alright, so we have the 8 basic English grammar rules. Number 1, make your subjects and verbs agree. Number 2, be consistent with your tenses. Number 3, choose the right articles. Number 4, use complete sentences. And number 5, capitalize where needed. Number 6, use the right pronouns. Number 7, add the right preposition. And lastly, number 8, link your ideas with conjunctions.
The truth is, grammar matters because it ensures clarity. So if your content is riddled with misspellings, incorrect grammar, or other errors, readers might not understand what you are trying to convey. Grammar matters. For example, if you're in a wrong grammar text, some examples of bad grammar is that occur due to noun and pronoun agreement. Example: Faye and Jasper are married. He has been together for 20 years. Again, Faye and Jasper are married. He has been together for 20 years. So while Faye and Jasper are plural, while he is singular, the sentence should read, Faye and Jasper are married. They have been together for 20 years. So grammar is the structural foundation of our ability to express ourselves. The more we are aware of how it works, the more we can monitor the meaning and effectiveness of the way we use and other use language. It can help foster precision, detect ambiguity, and exploit the richness of expressions available in English.